welcome back to my channel. If you'd like, subscribe. If you are into like cozy chats, react videos, vlogs like this. Yeah. So lately I've been thinking about like vulnerability and performative vulnerability while being online. Um, in my own personal like recovery journey and mother journey and personal journey and grief and loss and growth and school and all of the things. So I decided this would be the perfect topic to cover for my next YouTube video. So let's get into it. So, when does vulnerability turn into performance? As an SA survivor who was not believed and was made to be a pariah by my social scene of peers I thought were my friends, turned out they were not, obviously. And then making a like large online presence through OF and X, formerly known as Twitter, using like a persona that flipped the narrative of sexuality like as a shield rather than like as a collateral, so to speak. Um, like those same people that didn't believe me when I came forward about my story then saw me as an asset, as for social points, because what they didn't see IRL, people saw online, and then they thought, oh, like clout, whatever. But I realized, like, as followers grew, that I wasn't being true to myself, that I was hiding behind sexuality in order to kind of like silence the vulnerable parts of me. Um, and then once I hit like 100K on Twitter, then I was like, well, now I can't come forward and like weird quirks and like um bad jokes and like I can't flip the switch and show that I am multifaceted, that I'm human, that I have traumas, that I have quirks that just make me like a human being. And that really weighed on me and weighed me down. So as I've been like wrestling with like what do I even make this channel about, I just saw like this YouTube documentary about Luther Vandross, who has a birthday close to mine, and I had like a similar life story of like singing about love but like being lonely. And I've felt that way like with my tarot readings and like my life trajectory, I guess. Like I once I gave up like looking for romantic partners, I have had more like success with school and with work. Um, but there's still like that longing to find your person, and people see you through the lens that you put out yourself, but you've like sort of handicapped yourself. I don't know if that's the correct wording, but like you've stopped yourself from allowing people in because you're guarding yourself, you're protecting your vulnerability, but you like long so badly to be vulnerable. So whenever I've wanted to be open about these like life events and changes and feelings and mental health struggles and all of it, um, I stop myself before I start because I question myself like, will people view this as performative, even if it's not? Or will I inadvertently like protect, like subconsciously protect myself and make it performative, not be like honoring my true feelings, not honoring my true self, um, not being gentle with myself, but also protecting my boundaries. Like it's a weird juggling act, you know? Um, I dealt with a lot. Like, I feel like I've lived like 1,000 lives before 30. I had a recent birthday, turned 31, but like, I feel like this arrested development. Um, like, I remember when I found out I was pregnant at like 28, I was thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, what is my mom gonna think? I'm a teen mom. And it's like, girl, you have a credit score, you're an adult. But I feel like a lot of my generation is like that. Like we're in this like suspended state. Um, through like traumas, 9/11, etc. And growing up, um, kind of has this perpetual. I feel like spinning the wheels, like in mud, like right when you're like stuck in your car. Um, but yeah, I've like dealt with, not to like trauma dump, but like I guess perspective. Like I've been in like a suspended state of like survival mode for years. And I've been in these like transient, well, I'm in my Saturn's return, so like shit, you're peeling back the layers there and coming to your own and, cutting off dead weight, all that jazz. Um, but like I've dealt with homelessness and then was an active addiction, um, DV, found out I was pregnant, got clean. My father figure, my stepdad passed away 2 weeks after I gave birth, and now I'm going back to school. So it's like a lot of like major life changes and like leveling up, and then also like grief, and then leveling up and another loss. And I haven't had like this space and time to process everything. I know you're probably thinking like, girl, get a diary, get a therapist, whatever, but I have, and I I can't trust like medical people right now, just with my own past. Probably get into it in another vlog, but I don't know. This feels the healthiest way for me right now because I can like control the narrative of how I share my story. Um, and if I do decide to post this, that's great. I might end up like having an anxiety attack, and be like, no, I can't do it. I can't show like vulnerability online because it may be viewed as performative. Um, I think of the the choosy beggars subreddit, or who's been a hot topic lately, like the resilient Jenkins type of vibes. Like I'm dealing with like housing transfer right now. I stay at my mom's a lot because of um a DV incident months ago that I finally came forward about. Like I don't stay at my house because of anxiety. Um, and I opened up like on Facebook of all places about it, and I like didn't feel the same support from people that I thought I would. But it was like a weird feeling because it's like no one's obligated to help you. And I wasn't like upset about like money, but I was just upset about, not like fully upset, but just hurt, I guess. Like that um I needed to be better with boundaries. Uh, I needed to realize, which I do now, that you can't put yourself out there for people that have not shown that they put themselves out there for you. Like, we need reciprocal, not transactional friendships and relationships. Um, and it's okay for people to have boundaries, but like, um, you need to have your own, you know? So, um, I guess because I have had like such a history of like the bounce back of not having the support whenever I've opened up and like peeled back the onion layers, that I kind of gaslight myself whenever I want to open up and give a voice to these experiences, because where I have gone through a lot, I feel like people could benefit from like not feeling alone, you know? Like I felt alone, not lonely, but alone in a lot of my experiences from childhood onwards. And I think it's important to share your story, to be open, but also like be gentle with yourself, protect your peace. But if you need to let it out, let it out. But also don't bullshit yourself and don't bullshit other people. Like I think intent is a big like thing, um, or a big factor when it comes to the vulnerability online. Like everything just feels so like shiny and clean and capitalistic with like Instagram and even with TikTok. I deleted my TikTok and I just I just got so tired of like doing the maintenance and upkeep of a social media image that I wasn't taking care of my mental health, my financial health, my physical health. And now that like I've stepped away and am focusing on like being the best mother I can be, being the best student I can be, being the best like just person I can be, taking care of my mental health, my physical health, um, recovering and being an active participant in my life rather than having like a victim mindset. Um, yeah, I just been racking my brain a little bit about like how do I approach vulnerability without coming across as pandering or condescending or um, ulterior motives. Um, I have not to be like, oh, because I have mental health stuff, this defines me. Not at all. But I have diagnoses that inform the way that I view the world and view others, and it also informs how people view me as like sometimes it being superficial or manufactured or not genuine, but like I so desperately want to be like deeply felt because I feel things super deep. Um, I with like having a personality disorder, I just feel things so intensely, and it can be overwhelming. And when I want to share that, I realize it can overwhelm others. So just like kind of like treading the line of not overwhelming others because again it's not other people's responsibility to fix me, which like there's ugh, I don't like that, but you know what I mean, like I guess it's the like human condition of like letting letting it out, venting, not bearing the weight alone. But it's also like you need to ask someone like are you able to take on this, like don't just trauma dump on someone, and don't just like um, use your vulnerability for clicks and likes and monetization. Like I just so desperately want something real. And I have that with my relationship with my daughter and with my family and with myself. But I just always felt this calling to share my story, whether it's through writing or art or through YouTube. Um, so yeah, I guess I just feel safer like talking about it while my channel is like a baby right now. So I think like with healing and performing strength versus actually having strength and vulnerability and intent will probably be some themes that I have late night sessions like this with you all into the void, into the internet. And I am curious to like hear from you guys. Like what do you all feel whenever you like see people posting their vulnerability? Like do you question their intent? Do you feel like this day and age that social media is too refined, too polished, too like nice and tidy in a box? Because I mean, I don't want people showing their worst moments all the time, but I do think mental health and being honest when you're struggling should be an option. You obviously, call 988 if you like are in crises and need help. But you know, for right now, right here and now, I just uh, wanted to share that these discombobulated thoughts on vulnerability and performativity. So yeah, we'll see how editing goes with this. And if I could make this a watchable video. If you watched all of this, thank you so much. I hope that you like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below with your journey if you feel comfortable, or leave heart emoji, or just um, you know support, advice, all that jazz. I really hope I can find community on here because I really like watching other small creators and vibe with them. So, yeah, thank you guys so much and see you guys next time. Bye.